President Bola Tinubu arrives Enugu for a state visit to commission projects executed by the state government. House of Representatives investigates Central Bank of Nigeria's retirement exercise. Plus, Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule dissolves State Executive Council and political appointees. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 3 on NTN News 24. I am Chinenye Nwoye. President Bola Tinubu has arrived in Enugu on a one-day working visit. On arrival in Enugu, the president was received by a delegation led by the state governor Peter Mba and other southeast state governors. He was also greeted with a short ceremony by a detachment of the Nigerian Armed Forces at the Akanu Ibiam International Airport in Enugu. The president is scheduled to inaugurate some projects executed by the state government. A statement by the state government indicates that the projects lined up for inauguration include skill buildings, healthcare centers, and urban roads, among others. Has tasked subnationals to partner the federal government in addressing unemployment through skills acquisition. The Vice President stated this in Lafia as he presents certificates to more than 1,000 youths trained in various vocations at the State Vocational and Technical Institute, Lafia. Aliyu Tijani reports.
1,125 youths from various parts of the country went through months of rigorous training in welding, fabrication, auto mechanic and other technical areas to fill middle-level manpower gap in the country. They are now set to contribute to the economy as each goes home with starter packs.
Now I've gained the knowledge of welding and fabrication. I can be able to impact more knowledge on the individuals.
Now I used to distribute my shoes, Abuja, Enugu, and other places.
Vice President Kashin Chetima presents certificate to them and tasked them to be employers of labor as he commends Nasarawa State government for providing platform for the training. The federal government, he says, is committed to reducing rate of unemployment in the country through various interventions, grants and support to entrepreneurs, urging state government to key in.
I congratulate you for this opportunity to apply a plan of prosperity from this state. You must always bear with the expectations placed upon you, and that is channeling your skills into noble causes to expand the scope of our labor. Any effort at all that is being made to begin to reduce the scourges of poverty, hunger, and destitution in Nigeria is commendable.
While in Lafia, the Vice President presents relief materials to flood victims through the federal government $3 billion support fund to the state. He also presents tractors and rice seedlings to the 13 local government chairmen in the state under the tractorization scheme as part of support from the state government to encourage each local government go into farming for food sufficiency. Already, the state government is into rice farming in a 100 hectares land with the first harvest successful to ensure food sufficiency.
Empowering the local governments with tractors and other agricultural implements is absolutely essential for us to record any progress in agriculture.
Nasarawa State, in order to agree with the Renewed Hope agenda on agriculture, decided also to go into agriculture for the first time. We were able to cultivate 2,000 hectares of land. Out of the 2,000 hectares of land that we had, we are lucky we have now harvested that 2,000 hectares of land.
Vice President Kashin Chetima performed foundation stone laying for the construction of headquarters of Nasarawa Investment Development Agency, NASIDA, and pays homage on the Emir of Lafia, Justice Sidi Bagi Mohammed I. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has clarified that its staff early exit program is voluntary and not mandatory. This was at the resumed hearing of the House of Representatives investigation into the reported layoff of more than 1,000 staff of the Apex Bank and an associated 50 billion naira payoff scheme. CBN's Deputy Governor Corporate Services, Bala Mohammed Bello, explained that no staff has been coerced to leave the bank without their consent. His explanation followed inquiry by the House Ad Hoc Committee probing the retirement exercise.
We implore you to avail this committee with necessary informations, facts and figures, but be rest assured, the assembly of these members of this committee, I am very optimistic and certain that we are responsible enough to be fair in our fact findings. We should be balanced and will be fair to all manner of members involved in this exercise.
The exercise that you are mentioning, nobody was actually terminated or dismissed. People were retired with their full benefits for us to have opportunities to reinvigorate and bring in new blood or new perspectives to how things are done. So that was at the instance of the bank. People were actually retired with their full benefits. This one that is taking place or has taken place now is strictly voluntary, so there are two different things altogether. But if you take the two together and you juxtapose it within the context of the overall strategy to streamline the operations of the bank, to refocus the operation of the bank, to invigorate the operation of the bank, to re-energize the operation of the bank, you can take the two together as leading to the same objective. Whereas one, people were retired with their full benefits, okay? The other was actually absolutely, voluntary.
The Nasarawa State Executive Council has been dissolved. Governor Abdullahi Sule announced the dissolution in Lafia while addressing members of the council. Ali Tijani reports.
Those affected in the dissolution are all the commissioners and the secretary to the state government. Governor Sule appreciates them for the service rendered to the state and wishes them well in their future endeavors. He directs that the outgone secretary to the state government to hand over to Permanent Secretary, Cabinet Affairs, as all dissolved commissioners are mandated to hand over to Permanent Secretaries in their respective ministries.
We are at this moment, going to let the whole ESCO, down. That way, it will give us a week or two to come back and reconstitute the ESCO. So that is the decision item that we have taken.
Commissioner for Justice Labaran Magaji and that of Humanitarian appreciate Governor Sule for the opportunity given to them to serve the state in various capacities. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, NTA News.
The Nigerian Army Farms and Ranchings Limited has inaugurated project planting of 1 million date palm seedlings at Phase 1 Giri Farm, keying into President Bola Tinubu's declaration of state of emergency on food security in 2023. Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluide, in a message at the inauguration, said the Nigerian Army will vigorously pursue the mandate of the federal government, not only to safeguard the nation's territorial integrity, but also contributing its quota to ensuring food security. Defense correspondent Olajide Bello reports.
The Nigerian Army has not continued to perform its critical role in safeguarding the nation's territorial integrity, but has also embraced an ambitious initiative aimed at securing the future through food security. The operation is called Operation Planting of 1 million date fruits, and it's not just a military campaign, but a mission of hope and a strategy for survival.
The Chief of Army Staff, consistent with his command philosophy, has also charged that we must escalate the implementation of the presidential directives within all our farms and ranches, and that must be done within this year. He has committed a lot of resources and has also pledged to ensure that he gives us the maximum support so that the army, even though coming late, will lead in the agricultural development and specific, exploitation of key areas that perhaps have been neglected by other sectors in the agricultural arena.
May I please state that the Nigerian Army, through the Nigerian Army Farms and Ranches Limited, had long keyed into the federal government agricultural programs through all its value chains.
With each seedling planted, they are sowing more than just dates. They are cultivating stability, prosperity, and a renewed sense of national pride. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
And still talking agriculture, Kogi State government has flagged off distribution of farm inputs to farmers ahead of 2025 dry season farming. At the event in Lokoja, the State Commissioner for Agriculture, Timothy Ojoma, appeals to beneficiaries to ensure judicious usage of the items to improve yields. Solomon Ayadeyin reports.
Farm inputs freely distributed to farmers ahead of dry season farming in Kogi State include rice seedlings, fertilizer and chemicals, among others. This gesture is in line with the state government's Green Revolution on agriculture, aimed at making inputs freely accessible to farmers to stem food insecurity. The State Commissioner for Agriculture, Timothy Ojoma, in a message, appeals to the benefiting farmers to leverage the abundant water resources in Kogi to drive the initiative for national growth and development.
We are out to see how we can provide more than enough. So it is still in continuation of that. We felt we should equally bring these farmers together and give them more support so that we can produce more.
Other stakeholders lauded the efforts of government, describing it as a step in the right direction, assuring of their readiness to partner the state government to enhance the success of the program.
The government found it difficult that this should be given to dry seeding farmers again to make things more easier. So we thank God.
Extension workers were also on ground to sensitize the farmers on best farming practices, particularly the usage of the new fertilizer, urging the farmers to take advantage of the product to improve their yield. Some of the beneficiaries expressed confidence in the initiative to stem food scarcity and boost food sufficiency in Kogi State and Nigeria.
This is the first time in history of the state that such things have been done like this to the farmers.
We are happy what is presenting to us.
We are now soliciting for him to come up with a solar pumping machines for us.
The initiative is part of the ongoing efforts by the state government to encourage farmers to venture into dry season farming and increase agricultural production in Kogi State. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
The media landscape in Yobe State has been expanded as the Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, FRCN, inaugurated Wetland Radio FM in Gashua Town to serve the people of the 6 local government areas making the Yobe North Senatorial District. Former President of the Senate, Ahmad Ibrahim Lawan, and the Director General, FRCN, Dr. Mohammed Bulama, jointly performed the inauguration exercise in the premises of NTA Gashua Community Station. Adam Yusuf Ali reports.
The significance of this is that our people will be better educated on national and even international matters.
With the inauguration of Wetland FM radio station Gashua, the headquarters of the local government area of Yobe State, brought to 37 federal radio corporations of Nigeria stations spread across Nigeria, making it the largest radio network in Africa.
People like to express their opinions, their positions, their circumstances, for the leaders to know what they go through. This is one avenue through which leaders can have feedback.
As we celebrate this remarkable achievement, let us remember that it is through initiatives like these that we foster national unity, celebrate diversity, and continue to build a Nigeria that we can all be proud of.
Observers believe that establishing the radio station in that axis of the country is a significant milestone in the media landscape in Yobe State, as it will serve the 6 council areas in Yobe North Senatorial District who have no access to radio services within the state, but only rely on those from neighboring states of Kano, Jigawa, Bauchi, in addition to foreign stations of Niger Republic. In Damaturu, Adam Yusuf Ali, NTA News.
And this is the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We'll take a break here. We'll have more reports when we return. Do stay.
NTA say thank you. To all our viewers, we say thank you. A good TV station means different things to different people. What made NTA stand out for you in 2024?
Babu shakka, babu wani gidan talabijin a ƙasar nan da ke nuna al'adu kamar yadda gidan talabijin na ƙasa wato NTA ke nunawa.
Kò sí ibikíbi tí ẹ wà ní orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tí ẹ ò ti lè wo iléeṣẹ́ tẹlifíṣàn ìjọba àpapọ̀ NTA kétékété kódà tó fi di abúlé wa.
Standard NTA Bacharuru Okopa Okadigun Okuko now NTA Kalisia Kali.
Strength, information, outstanding performance. NTA got the Steves.
For decades, we've towered high with sponsors as partners and viewers as pillars. And as we bid 2024 farewell, we welcome you to a superlative 2025. Because at NTA, you can't beat the reach. Oh, NTA say thank you.
Thank you so much for staying on. The long-awaited reconstruction of the Koko Mauta Dabai Road in Kebbi State is set to commence before the end of January 2025. Governor Nasir Idris of Kebbi State disclosed this while meeting with the Zulu and Yoruba communities in Birini, Kebbi at the government house. Correspondent Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa has more.
The popular Koko Mahuta Dabai Road has been in deplorable condition for ages, especially for its potholes that can turn a 2 to 3 hours journey into a grueling 6 hours ordeal. However, relief is on the horizon as Governor Nasir Idris has secured approval from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to complete the mega project in 2025, demonstrating their commitment to fulfilling campaign promises.
The period of politics has ended. We are now in governance, so now it is look into people's problem and way of solving them.
The news has sent waves of excitement throughout the state, particularly among people of Zuru and the southern region, who have expressed their gratitude through a spokesperson.
River Road. That road has also been awarded and we are very happy for that.
The governor also met with the Yoruba community in Birnin Kebbi.
It's us about our hall, and they're about 1 month way we mentioned. And then you already promised about that hall now.
Looking ahead in 2025, Governor Idris is optimistic and has envisioned a year of empowerment and human development for the state. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa, NTA News.
And the Kebbi state government says it will continue to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration in combating banditry and kidnapping in the state. Governor Nasir Idris stated this while addressing journalists after a closed-door meeting with heads of security agencies in the state. Correspondent Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa again reports.
No doubt Kebbi State had a fair share of banditry, kidnapping and cattle rustling in 2024. The good news was that the joint efforts of security agencies in the state led to the successes recorded in the sector. Governor Nasir Idris, who chaired a 2-hour closed-door security meeting with heads of security agencies in the state, believed that a review of the 2024 security report and strategic planning will improve the existing security apparatus in the state.
Because we share border with some states like Niger State, Zamfara State and Sokoto State. That is why we have infiltration of bandits in about 2-3 local governments.
Governor Idris praised the joint security personnel's effort, pinpointing their successes achievement.
I have promised them, by God's grace, 2025 will be better than 2024 by God's grace.
The governor announced plans to distribute additional operational vehicles to the security outfits. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa, NTA News.
As the year 2025 begins, the celebrations to usher in the new year in Kano brought together diverse cultural communities to glorify God and showcase unity through traditional games and performances. Awal Salisu reports that the event featured exciting activities, creating an atmosphere of joy and friendly competitions.
These captivating performances highlighted the beauty of their heritage and emphasized the strength of unity in diversity, all in thanksgiving to God for a new year.
And we are happy what they are doing, and it's good to make them together, to put them together, then they will respect each other.
For sure, it has been holding for quite a number of years now. It's almost it's an annual event, and we are quite delighted.
In them, that is unity.
We normally organize this event every 1st January.
The blend of music, dance, and games made the occasion a memorable one, fostering connections across cultures while celebrating God's goodness. This colorful display of unity, faith, and heritage signifies the importance of gratitude, collaboration, and shared identity as the people of Kano step into a new year with joy and purpose.
The death has occurred of Professor Nuhu Yakub Oiza, former Vice-Chancellor, University of Abuja, and former Chancellor, Sokoto State University. In a statement, Professor Nuhu Yakubu died early hours of today after a brief illness. He is survived by a wife, 3 children, and grandchildren. The funeral prayer is scheduled for 4 p.m. at the National Mosque, Abuja. He was aged 73. Late Professor Yakubu was one of the regular analysts on NTA's current affairs programs, notably Good Morning Nigeria, Tuesday Live, and Election Analysis. And that concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Many thanks for watching. I am Chinenye Ngoye.